Hey guys, welcome back to RHR Jen. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome to episode 2 of With Love Megan. So it's called Welcome to the Party. That's the name of the episode, but I've decided to rename it to This is the Reason My Head Hurts So Bad. Oh my God. Okay, so in case you missed it, I've already put up one episode. This is being recorded all on the same day. Today is Tuesday. I'm at my second episode. I thought episode 1 was unfortunate. I was not prepared. Episode 2 is the worst thing I've ever seen, and I watch a lot of dumb TV. I used to cover housewives, for God's sakes. This is the worst thing I've ever seen. I cannot believe how long it took me to get through this 40-something minute episode. We're going to talk about it. I'm going to go into why this thing is a big fat failure and what all is on my mind because I have lots to talk about in this episode. Again, I'm Jen. If you're new here, welcome. If you've been with me, thanks for being with me. Make sure you're subscribed. I'm trying to push to that 200,000. I just passed 176,000 subscribers this morning. That's incredible. Thank you guys so much for that. Guys, we have so much to talk about. What the flock is going on here today? This episode, can you believe how tragic? Since they keep playing that, do you believe in magic? I just thought this one worked. I cannot believe this episode. It's not even that I'm shocked. It's just so bad. This one was worse than the trailers told me it was going to be. And the trailers told me this show was going to be real bad. This is the worst episode. I used to cover the reboot of Sex and the City, which was one of the worst things I've ever seen. It's called And Just Like That. If you don't know, that's kind of what took my channel off. I was talking about how bad it was. That's better than this. This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. I cannot believe how dumb this was. I'm almost speechless, which is really hard for me to do because, me. But seriously, this is the worst thing I've ever seen. I have in my notes here, I have notes. We're going to talk about it. This is so stupid, it's hurting my head. That's a note I had. I texted my friend that I was thinking of setting my house on fire for fun, just to have something to do. I'm not kidding. I actually did text that to my friend. So there's that. This is the worst thing ever. I've never been so bummed out watching a TV show that was not meant to bum me out. We'll get into it. This is the Mindy Kaling episode. I just have some general thoughts I'm going to hit you upside the head with since I feel like I've been hit over the head with this stupid show. Dried flowers. One trick pony. Dried flowers. What am I talking about? The last 2 episodes. She sprinkled dried flowers on foods and said that that's elevating it. It's not. It's one trick pony. I get it. One time, put it on something. That's all we can do. Everything has dried flowers all over it. Okay. All right. We've got it. We've got it. I raided a craft store and here's my vibe. That's the vibe I'm getting. I'm reading my notes right here. She's out there acting like she invented this thing. She's one step away from hot glowing potpourri to a picture. I'm yelling to a picture frame and calling it heritage. She's that person. Martha Stewart somewhere sipping her tea and laughing into her perfectly curated napkin while whatever's going on with Meghan is happening. It's so crazy. It's old ideas with a whole new sprinkle of dried flowers and pretension all over it. I just can't get over that this team of experts could not polish this turd. And I hate bathroom humor, but I'm saying it. It is a flop. It is a turd. I don't know what else to call it. Squadron of producers, stylists, PR wizards, all of it. And this show is like a high school project. Yes, they have some pretty scenes cut in there, but that's not Meghan doing that. That's the production team. You'll have some interesting squares in the background. There's loud music, but she is bringing nothing to this. Nothing. I haven't even gotten into this, guys. I'm yelling, but she wore, okay. Does this look familiar to you? Because it probably should. See the green skirt there? Do you know what that is? That looks to me like the twin to the one she sweat through in Colombia. What? What's happening? Did nobody tell her? Did she? Okay. All right. That's the thing that happened. The other thing that happened is this. Faux humility, faux modesty when what's her name? Mindy, I almost said Mindy Markle. Mindy Kaling was complimenting her outfit. Yep, that's the thing that happened too. Mindy Kaling was complimenting her fashion sense. See that face Megan's making? I was making that face too, like, huh? What? Say what now? Mindy Kaling might need her eyes checked. We might need a welfare check on Mindy Kaling. Somebody call somebody on Mindy Kaling. What's happening? This look. Okay. I haven't even told you the most outlandish part. There's so many. Okay. Megan says that she likes to wear things that are high-low, meaning high-end and low-end, expensive and not expensive. I'm sorry, what? What are we doing? Again, it's a case of them rewriting history by just saying these things and hoping we believe them. Hoping that we'll forget she outspent every other royal family, I think, in all of Europe, something like that in the time she was there. Whatever that number is, it's crazy pants. And I even gave her a little bit of a pass because I thought, well, it's her first whatever year being a royal. She needs some staple pieces. Fine. She outspent them by tons. So no, it's not that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. She's saying these things, but they make no sense. It doesn't match anything that she's actually doing. It's crazy. This outfit is so bad. I'm not even there. We'll get into the outfit. The outfit's so bad. She wears white to cook and beige. What the hell is happening? All right, let's get into the outfit itself. Very heavy. It starts out with picking blackberries. It's a daily job to harvest the berries. B, you're trying to convince us that you're out there picking berries every morning, that's a thing you're doing? I don't think so. Nobody's believing this or buying it. No, that's not what's happening. You've got Harry's berries in your basket. There's just no way. She's talking about harvesting these berries and how many there are. This isn't her garden. This wasn't filmed at her house. Am I crazy? This wasn't filmed at her house. She's out there gardening like it is. What? She talks about the kids coming home and smelling fruit wafting through the house. Where are your kids? Where were they? She talks about them going to school. Aren't they 5 and 3? What are we talking about? You sending them off all day long? Don't they have okay. All right. Yeah. Made a big point of interacting with the crew over and over. The crew's having berries. The crew's having coffee. She's made them coffee. And she says something like real snotty, like, entertaining is not just about one, it's about everybody. Yee. I'm gonna get eye strain from rolling my eyes so hard back in my head watching this crap. What's happening? She thinks that by being nice to the crew, we're gonna automatically forget that she's a horrible, horrible monster and her dumb husband too. Okay. And also talking about the kids over and over doesn't make you an actual mom. All right, Mindy's coming and I have nothing to feed her. It just occurred to me that I have nothing to feed my friend. Say, what now? You have a show? She's coming over. It's a cooking show. And you're pretending like you have nothing to feed her? Okay, sure. That's a thing. Last minute frittatas. She talks a lot about my husband. I have to say it like that because she always puts this weird emphasis on it. My husband. My husband comes running with our 3 dogs when I cook bacon. Okay. Okay. She seems genuinely surprised that dogs come out when she cooks bacon. Wasn't she a vegan, like, I don't know, always? So she's cooking bacon? Except for the roast chicken thing? Okay. She sings bacon brings her boys to the yard. Can somebody stick something really sharp in my ear and just jam it around in there until my brain scrambles? Because I feel like my brain is a frittata right now. She wakes up and makes breakfast every morning before her kids go to school. I'd like to remind you that the last episode, I was yelling so much about it. I don't even know if I said it. She said that she made the spaghetti and she said she puts in her kids' lunch boxes to take to school. Her kids are 3 and 5. 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 I say that because this makes no sense. My kid is somewhere in the around the age of Princess Charlotte. I don't say her exact age, but around there. Even at this age, I wouldn't send her to school with spaghetti. She'd come home with it everywhere. She'd be wearing spaghetti, and who's supposed to warm it up for her? I wouldn't trouble, one of the lovely lunch ladies to do that. Anyway, but yeah, she wants us to know that she cooks breakfast for them every day. Okay, great. She also talks about the importance of being present. Are you present? Are you? Because it doesn't seem like you're really with your kids ever. Even now, this would be the opportunity to have your kids in the show and show you interacting with them. No, won't do it. Let's see. And then we have Mindy. It is hard for me to talk about Mindy because I love The Office. I really do. So I can't separate the two, meaning I liked her in The Office. I do not like whoever this person is that's kissing Megan's, you know what? Not into it. She says she comes in and said, "Let me keep going. My God, sorry. I'm just so mad. Oh yeah, she's licking things. Oh God, she's wearing white pants. White pants to cook in. White pants, beige sweater to cook in. Pants are pulled up to her neck as per usual. Still, I mean, not as bad as some of them we've seen, but those are pretty bad. Blousey white pants to cook in. I mean, tell me you're not cooking without telling me you're not cooking. Okay. This just makes me irrationally angry to see it. Oh yeah, I got all these facial expressions. I thought this was funny. Here's where she's making coffee for the crew. I'm sure that's a thing she does. It's not that she could possibly try to clap back at the bullying accusations that have, been that have been time and time again brought up. I'm just so frustrated. I'm tongue tied. Let me try that again. The bullying accusations that have been time and time again brought up with similar themes throughout. I don't think people are making this up because there's been so many claims of it. What do they call her? Dictator in heels recently, right? These are still coming out. And yet she's nice to the crew. So it's supposed to be, oh, then it's all BS. None of it's real. You're telling me that one of these monster cereal taker outers, you know what I'm talking about? Cereal offers, rhymes with Smeffrey Smommer. Somebody like that didn't hold the door for somebody one time. Some person doesn't say somewhere, oh, he was nice. It doesn't make them nice. It doesn't make her nice. This is crazy. Okay. Mindy comes in. Oh yeah. Let me keep going. Yeah. Okay. There's Mindy. Mindy comes in. Hi, Mindy. If I were not the recipient of this, I would be so mad about this when talking about parfaits. Seriously, can somebody club me over the head with something? I feel like I've gotten dumber. I really do. I don't have that many IQ points to spare, and I'm losing them rapidly. See this face that Mindy's making? This is the face that I made. Watching this. Let me try again. I feel like if anybody watched wrestling, I feel like the Undertaker right now because his signature move was to always roll his eyes back in his head. And I feel like that's what's happening right now. And yes, I'm turning into Kermit. Here we go. There. Okay. Eye strain from rolling. I asked my other friend if I poured bleach in my eyes, if that would make me go blind because, okay, I'm going to leave that there. I'm ready to wash my eyeballs out. Mindy she wanted to tell the camera that she received the preserves that Meghan sent in the mail and that it was, quote, probably one of the most, I'm doing Joey air quotes here. Probably one of the most glamorous moments of my life. You need to get out more, Mindy. You need to get out more. If that's one of the most glamorous moments of your life, you got some dead lemons in a basket. You got a jar of jam. That's not glamorous. That's okay. That's a basket of Meghan. Mindy wants to know if it's a ranking system. Again, I feel like this is Meghan clapping back to all of us saying, what's with the 1 of 50? That seems to be how she's ranking her friends. It's coincidence, I'm sure, that Mindy's addressing the camera all the things. I brought this up last episode. Okay, so her last guest, I already forgot his name, Kevin, I think. was addressing to camera that Meghan's a hard worker and things like that, trying to, like, clap back at people. And this one, Mindy's trying to clap back at people, or Meghan is trying to say, "Oh, I thought it was a ranking system." Like, do you see Meghan's using these people as her mouthpiece is what I'm trying to say. Um, she says that, she took it personally. She was teasing around. And then Megan's like, bullshittery. Yes, I got in trouble for using that word last time. One person got really upset with me. Don't worry. I talked to Trevor. He said I was allowed to use it. I didn't realize it was Trevor that said that. I just say it sometimes, bullshittery. And then I guess he says it, and somebody let me know that it was Trevor's word. Okay. Trevor seems okay if I use it. Thanks for looking out. That was really funny. I'll use it here. Bullshittery. This is bullshittery. Anyway, she said Meghan says that jar 1 was for my mom. Okay. She brings up her mom a couple of times in this episode. She did it in the last episode too. Nothing about her dad. Nothing. And it's not that I'm shocked. I'm just reminding you all, don't let Meghan fool you. She's pretending to be this nice person. She's a monster. Again, how's your dad, Meghan? How's that going? Nothing. She also is rewriting her history. I'll get into that, but calling herself a latchkey kid. That's interesting because that doesn't match up some of the other stories we've heard. It's funny how she likes to respin things, change algorithms, if you will, almost like she's using Mindy Kaling to do, and the last guy to do. She does that. She does that. Let's see here. Meghan says, I have a husband. If I had a drinking game of the time she mentioned my husband in this one, well, I'd be acting goofier than I am right now. Doesn't take much, and I don't even drink alcohol, but crazy. So yeah, Megan says, I have a husband that no matter what, he adds salt, so I can't add too much salt. Me. Even when she's talking about him, she's making about herself. I can't add too much salt to the dish because my husband salts the dish. Okay. Maybe just, I don't, all right. Maybe say, hey, hon, it's already salted. I don't know. Have a conversation with him. Try that. See if that works. They could never. Can you imagine? I think about that constantly. I don't think they're ever together or eat together or do anything like that together, but let's pretend like they did for a little bit. What would that be like? Harry's like, pass the salt. And she's like, no, I won't do that. That's misogynist. What? It's salt. Now. Me. I'm your mother. Anyway. So Mindy and Meghan then decide to have peach nectar bellinis. There was a common thread in the last one with the honey. I couldn't tell you what the common thread is in this one. They refer back to kids' parties a lot, so I guess that's supposed to be it. This one seemed a little bit more all over the place to me. That's just me. Let me see if I have more pictures here I can show you. Oh, there's the bacon. The look she gives. You know, if I invite you over to my home, that's not our home. But if I invite you over to my home and I'm cooking you breakfast and we're just talking and I start looking at you like, I want you to say, Jen, what's wrong? Jen, what's wrong with your face? What's going on there? Are you having an allergic reaction? What's going on? Because that's not normal. I really think Meghan was letting her mask slip because Mindy was talking. And Meghan doesn't like it when other people talk. Meghan likes it when Meghan talks. But they have peach nectar bellinis. They have cute little sandwiches. Oh, God. They make a fruit plate. I'll get there. We can do this. Everybody take a deep breath. Yep, me too. Okay, here we go. We got this. What? These are the faces I was making throughout as well. That face, I mean, she cannot hide her bitchiness. She can't do it. It's just there. Just there on her face. Can you believe how tragic? Okay. Oh God. Yep, the fashion. She's trying to say it's Zara pants and expensive brands on top, so that way she can go high-low when never. She's never high-low. They're drinking. I keep saying the same thing. Let's see. Nope, I said that. Oh, Meghan makes a balloon arch. I don't even think I got pictures of that. It doesn't matter. You know what a balloon arch is. Let's just look at her dressing stupid instead. You know what a balloon arch is, but there's something I'd like to point out that was brought to my attention. in the last episode, I kept thinking, who's making candles? Who's doing this? And if you do it, who's getting the beeswax? So stupid. Most of us, it does not apply. Who's this for? So in this case, I'm saying, like, sure, we can make balloon arches for our kids, but she's acting like this is an everyday occurrence. This is something she always does, makes balloon arches. Who? But I was going somewhere with this. Back to the candles. Okay, who's doing candles? And then again, thank you, John Witherspoon, my friend, attorney in DC area. He is going to be joining eventually for one of these episodes as well, probably later in the week. But he brought up, he's like, you know who made candles was Jan from The Office, who was clearly unhinged. I'm like, oh my God, I didn't even think about that. But then I started thinking about these balloon arches, and I was like, I know some show I watch talks about balloon arches, and it hit me. So if I watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine, I love Captain Raymond Holt. Captain Holt loves a balloon arch. So he makes balloon arches too. It comes up, I think, in a couple episodes. I know for a wedding, or I think it was Rose's wedding, he made a balloon arch. So it's just funny that it's like she watches like these silly shows and just like, I don't think she would, because I don't think she has a sense of humor. But I'm saying, like, she gets these ideas from these shows, and she's like, yeah, that's my thing now. Candles, yeah, I make those. Balloon arches, I do that too. What? All right. So she makes balloon arch. Who cares? Harry's, oh, they showed from like, okay, they pretend like it's Archie's first birthday. I'm not convinced that's what it's from. Who knows? Harry's out with his phone camera thing and recording Meghan and saying, "What you doing, my love? What's going on, my love?" Did anybody watch Real Housewives of, was it Beverly Hills? Remember Yolanda Foster, mom to Gigi and Bella, would say, "Oh, my love. Oh, how are you, my love? Okay, my love, I'll get the lemon." Oh God, I just realized she also was obsessed with lemons. Is Megan trying to be Yolanda Foster? Maybe. Anyway, she keeps saying, "My love, my love. Okay, my love." I don't think I've ever called anybody my love. Maybe that says more about me, but I'm just saying, like, my love. Okay, my love. Like, I think my mom has said that to me before. I probably said it to my kid, but I don't know. I just find that a little bizarre. My love, my flock. I love you, my flock. Anyway, I don't know what accent I'm doing there. Anyway, first birthday party. I don't believe it's Archie's first birthday. I don't believe any of it. I think this is so stupid. Meghan makes a point to say, a balloon arch, you can say you've done that for your kids. And the thing that strikes me about that is she's more about the optics than the actual act of. It's not, you know, Archie really loves balloons, so I'm making him a balloon arch. It's, you can say you did it for your kids. That's a literal quote from her. You can say you did it for your kids. That tells me a lot. Okay, so you're about what you can say you did versus what you're actually doing. The way she talks about parenting is like the way it looks, not the experience of it. That's just something I noticed throughout. Um, Mindy says, I want to ask you about your look. This is or look. That's what she said. She said, your fashion is one of my favorite things. Oh, God. Me too, Mindy Kaling, me too. But not for the reason that you're trying to convince us. It's one of my favorite things because it's the dumbest thing I've ever seen, and I can't stop laughing at it. Have you seen the boobs East and West dress? Can you really say, oh, yeah, I can do this on camera now. Hi, how are we doing? Have you seen the boobs East and West dress? Can you really say her fashion is one of your favorites? That says a lot about you, Mindy, and about Meghan. They have sandwiches on a tray. It's elevated. Yes, they use the word elevated a lot. Oh God. Oh, they make ladybugs. I laughed and said, is this for Harry? Is this to try to get Harry to eat a little healthier so she has to make ladybugs? It's not for the kids. Is it for Harry? Probably. Mm. Oh, then here you go. It's elevated. Mindy asks, is this something you grew up with? To which Meghan says, I was a latchkey kid. I grew up with lots of fast food and TV tray dinners. Okay. We've heard a lot about this and revenge and courtiers and I don't know, her dad. They kind of contradict this. Imagine that. It was Thomas that raised her. and that Doria was gone for a while. So let's pretend like Thomas was working, which he did say he worked some, but he was there for her, it sounds like. I wasn't there, but it sounds like it from all accounts. But let's pretend like Thomas was working. Well, then where was Doria for you to be a latchkey kid? Where was she at? Hmm? Hmm? Interesting. But yeah, she's making herself a victim. She's a latchkey kid. No mentions of dad, only mom. It's funny. Oh God, this part is the worst. It's all the worst. Oh, let me take this down. All right. So Mindy Kaling calls her Meghan Markle a couple of times. And Meghan says, "It's funny. You keep saying Markle. I share my name with my children. It's Sussex. Now, this is our family name." That's a literal thing she said. Let me read it less dramatically so it makes sense. "It's funny you keep saying Markle. I share my name with my children. It's Sussex now, and this is our family name." Is it though? I thought it was your title. This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And then she's acting surprised that Minnie Kaling's calling her Markle. She goes by Markle. It's like on her pages and stuff. I know she's trying to ditch that and be Meghan now, but it doesn't make any sense. She's shocked that somebody would call her Meghan Markle. What the hell? I'm shocked somebody would call you Meghan. Your name's Rachel. What are we doing? She goes into gift bags for kids. Who cares? She puts Manuka honey in gift bags. Do you know how expensive Manuka honey is? Very, very expensive. Sure. Why not? Okay. Again with the edible flowers. Hello, you unoriginal bastard. Let's do that again. Yeah, you saw the crostinis. She said she talks about fruit salad. She's making problems that don't exist, and she's making them into problems. She's like, some people just like would cut it up and put it in a bowl. Not Meghan. She makes fruit rainbows out of it. Congratulations. Do you want a cookie? I doubt you're doing this on a daily basis. What are we talking about? And then what? The fruit just sits out? You can't. What happened to bowls? Just put it in a bowl. And then like she's like, "Oh, or you could do it on a single plate." And so she showed it because the producers, not she would be aware, but the producers must have been aware. Well, this is a big old waste and pretentious as shit. So they gave her like a little bowl and she made a little rainbow and she did yogurt to make clowns. And I just wanted, again, I want to jump out my window. Don't worry, I'm on the first floor. It won't hurt too bad. I'll just get a lot of paper cuts, but I'm really, really annoyed. I want to play with matches and knives. I want to stick something sharp in my ear. I want to have an invasive gynecological exam by, I don't know, a stranger versus this. I don't want to watch this. To quote, everybody says I sound like Lisa Kudrow, so I'm going to say, I don't want to see this. I'm pouting. That's from The Comeback, in case you didn't know. It's just so silly. Oh, God. The hypocrisy is so thick. You could spread it on the stupid toast she's making. I can't with this bullshit. Meghan's preaching simplicity and realness, okay? While living in a mansion, wasting all this fruit and peddling overpriced jams. And the relatable act just doesn't land when you're doing crap like this. It doesn't. The cringe factor on this episode was off the charts. It's not even fun cringe. It's just painful cringe. All right. When putting together a kids' party, I like to think of all the senses, says Meghan. Oh, really? You like to think of all the senses, do you? Do you think about your kids? Because it doesn't seem like you do very much. I just wondered, asking for a friend. You think about all the senses, huh? All right. How about what it's like for your kids to have you and your dumbass husband around? Do you think about that? She talks about being a present parent. What now? Okay. All right. Sure. All right. That's what we're doing. If it's opposite day, Mindy talks about being on The Office for 8 years. Meghan was on Suits for 7. They talk about, oh, it's just all you want. I'm sure it is. I want that $1,000,000 whatever paycheck, not for, you know what I mean, from Mindy. And she talks about her life in Toronto, and she loves to make friends. She would invite strangers home from the dog park. Did you know that? Because that's something Megan said she did. Okay, just like you said you were gonna help people and put them up in your house or whatever from the fires. Did you end up doing that? Because I don't imagine that you probably did. Just a guess. Then she picks fresh mint for fresh mint tea. God. Again, I'm having trouble getting through this episode because it's so bad, but it's fine. It's fine. With Love Meghan. It's just self-important schmaltz. Even the name, it just ticks me off. It's this stupid branding flex, and she's blessing us peasants with her benevolence. With Love Meghan. Okay. All right. Sure. Um yeah, she's pretending to love to make friends. She says never get fussy with place settings. Don't worry, most of us don't. Uh Peach nectar. Oh, she got a peach nectar for Mindy to take home. Okay. Sure. I got nothing. I've yeah. Gardening tools with seed packets. These are just notes I have. Daring and delicious. No, sorry, darling and delicious. And that, I mean, that's how the episode ends. That is that is a lot. That is a lot. I'm just stuck on all this. I really am. Just who is this for? Who is this for? I mean, the average viewer can't afford her lifestyle. The elite she's pandering to aren't interested. They're not going to be into this. You know, they're going to be on their yachts, not jam smeared. I can't. She's pitching this to be like homemade, okay? While having a team of people around her. And she has a nanny to watch her kids. I'm sure multiple probably. She has these insane budgets. She has Netflix backings and it's a show. So I don't believe she's doing any of this stuff. I mean, we're not stupid. We can see through it. It's just pretentious and awkward and series of cringe. Oh God, who is this for? I don't know. I don't know. She's got more staff than I would imagine. I don't know, but I would imagine with this Netflix thing, she would have more people around her than even the podcast. And she still is just not able to deliver anything. This is just drivel. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, so that's episode 2. I'm not trying to be negative for the sake of being negative. I'm telling you how I really feel. If we hit a good episode, I'll tell you it's a good episode. This was not it. This makes episode 1 look like a good episode, which it was not. Episode 2 is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. I just can't get over it. Can you believe how tragic? There you go. So I'm going to end this one here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm dying to know your thoughts on this one. Did you see it? Are you going to watch it? Tell me everything. Thank you guys for being here. And I'm going to keep going with this. So be on the lookout soon for episode 3. I might need a nap first. I'm just angry and tired. We got this. We got this. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy this, and I'll talk to you guys again soon. Bye-bye.